What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? And yes, I am back with a brand new video. Now, today's video, I'm going to be reacting to because I got this was a recommendation. We are reacting to the last son, you know what I mean, from the new Superman soundtrack. We got recommended this. We'll post up the comment now. 2 minutes and 45. Uh, this has been making its ways in terms of a soundtrack, has become viral. It's kind of the sound of Superman movie. I have saw the Superman movie and it is absolutely fantastic. It is a well-made film, a well-crafted film, and the soundtrack, it is absolutely fantastic with David Fleming, and I'm forgetting the other person as well. Excuse me. But also, I did take out quite a hiatus. So thank you still for the continuing support that you've been dropping on this channel. So I had to deal with some family stuff, some family emergency. Then I caught the good old flu, the illness, and then I went under. So then I decided to take a week off, regroup, refocus. It has been really inconsistent because of this. But I'm better now. I'm better now. We're all better now as well. So, without further ado, the grind doesn't stop, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to react to this. John Murphy. That's the guy I forgot. John Murphy. Oh. I just had to let that play through. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to let that play through. Everything that you just heard is absolute cinema. Okay? So immediately we have synths. Kind of playing in the higher octaves and that are playing the higher octaves of the soundtrack. Which is like the introduction. Right there, you can hear like the motif. Du, 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 du. And this, if you've watched the movie as well, this is the running theme of the running motif of the movie, well, especially Superman. I mean, you know, John Williams created the Superman theme that has been through generations after Richard Donner's Superman. It's been passed down, you know, the duh, 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 duh. But I feel like in this movie, it's really that symbolism of the hopeful nature. So they're just building, they're introducing this synth, this little synth string that's going on, this arpeggiator that's going on in the background as well. Then we get into the vocals. Right there, but you hear a transition. Like you hear like a riser, but it's more on like a percussion end. Like, but it's sub transitions into the vocals. Synth bass, vocals, the same arpeggiator that's going on, and the strings. So there's quite a bit of layers going on here. But also this synth that keeps on rising. You know, that little arpeggiator that's going off in the background. It's just panning. They've got like an auto pan. And it's just going left, right, left, right, left, right, but going higher and higher and higher. It's giving you that stereo output. And every time the string and the bass change in the notes, the vocals go higher. It's just adding higher frequencies to reach kind of that hopeful nature. It starts out a bit kind of, not doom, but it starts out a bit gloomy, a bit blue. Then we're going into the hopeful nature, because that is the symbol of Superman. We're getting there through hope and all of this. Guitar was introduced. Down, down, down. That's plucking, playing, you know, the John Williams Superman theme. Adding layers, building. We're building the blocks. Adding layers until we get to the climax. String came in then. So the strings have been building. Now a lot of the other stuff that they've introduced takes a bit of the backdrop. Strings are coming in. We play with the strings. The strings are going to speak. They even introduced the flute, but this is really kind of melancholy. You know, it adds to the hope. You put it's nostalgic, so it puts a smile on your face. But we're building to the action. You know, we're building. We're slowly getting there. You know, it feels hopeful, but it feels a little bit hopeful, not full outful, hopeful. Listen to the tonality of the instruments. And then note changes, couple of octaves up. Like they're really pushing how far a string can go in the higher tunes. while that's going on as well, in the background there's just going off every couple beats. So we have that classical sound that John Williams is known for in his movies, that classical orchestra, right? We have that brilliant setup. You know, as I said, we're just getting to it. They're just building because you can feel this transition. So it rises, and then it just stops. But it stops when the transition stops. It stops high. So then the drop happens, and then you hear like vibrations, right? Bass vibrations, which could symbolize Superman flying. You know the his flying, right? But that rubble, that little vibration that you feel on your feet, we get that. Then we get that nostalgic John Williams classical sound. You know the duh, 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 you know that John Williams esque. So that comes the full nostalgic feeling of it. See? But they allow this string to play out. They don't cut the string off. They let the string play out. It fades. It reverbs on its own. And we have tremolo. Like we have a tremolo string in the background. And then we get then this main instrument then, you know, the John Williams nature of it coming in. I love that percussion. Do, 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 do. We hear it a lot in trailers. The kind of offbeat nature of the percussion, like the do, 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 do. Like we hear that kind of pattern a hell of a lot in trailer music. I just also want to point out a little like interesting technique. So in this transition, they allow this string to kind of fade out on its own, right? It's fading out, it's going quiet. We hear the same sound from the beginning, you know, the synth, right? We hear the synth. We hear a little bit of a synth. We hear bass, like a bass wobble, you know. Then we have kind of a tremolo like violin going on. But on top of that layer we have which is played very quiet in the mix. So that's played very quiet in the mix, and then this. So the last section of that motif, you know, na 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 na. like that kind of motif. The beginning of half of that motif is played very quiet along with the other instruments. Then the second half is played loud. Just want to bring that up. That is a very good like kind of creative way. And obviously we get the crescendos doubling back off of that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been my reaction to the Superman soundtrack last son that's been doing his ways on social media. This is the best iteration of the John Williams original Superman theme. Massive shout out to David Fleming and John Murphy, or the other way around. Uh, Absolutely cooked up a massive soundtrack that I am sure I'm going to get on vinyl as well. I really enjoyed this movie. I did go and watch Fantastic Four. Let me know if you want me to break down Fantastic Four soundtrack in the comments down below, because I'm a massive Michael Giacchino fan. I loved the Batman. You know, I loved a lot of his soundtracks that he's done. Let me know if you want me to react to the Fantastic Four soundtrack in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for the support. 130 subscribers. Massive milestone. Keep it up. Drop a sub if you can. Comment down below what you would want me to react to. Leave a like. And until my next video, bye bye.